Have Jeopardy! Hosts Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik ever met? Jeopardy! Hosts Mayim Bialik and Ken Jennings will remain the faces of the franchise for the foreseeable future. However, in a recent interview, Mayim revealed some shocking information about her co-host. Mayim appeared on the Life is Short with Justin Long podcast, and she revealed that she and Ken spend no time together and that she has actually only met him one time in her life. Mayim Bialik on her relationship with Jeopardy! Host Ken Jennings. Mayim Bialik admitted that since she and Ken Jennings are not Jeopardy! Hosts at the same time, they have had no reason to talk to each other. As a matter of fact, Mayim said that she has only spoken to Ken one time. The two celebrities helped co-host the show following Alex Trebek's death in 2020. The show was looking for a new host, and the duo was up for the job along with producer Mike Richards. Mike Richards won the job, but suddenly left the show following controversy surrounding comments he made on a past podcast. With Richards gone, Mayim and Ken kept co-hosting and will remain in that role. However, they work on different episodes and never have a reason to talk to each other at all. "We've met once," Mayim told Justin Long on the podcast when he asked how she and Ken Jennings get along as Jeopardy! Hosts. She went on to explain that they are not in contact because of the show's strict rules concerning COVID-19 and production. She said the producers are very strict about who's there. When he's there, he's there. When I'm there, I'm there. With that said, Mayim said she looks forward to getting to know him when the precautions loosen up. "I look forward to getting to spending more time with him," she said. "He's obviously a legend and an icon and incredibly significant in the history of Jeopardy! Mayim and Ken are going to be permanent Jeopardy! Hosts. The duo should have that chance in the future because they are going to be named the permanent Jeopardy! Hosts from here out. Both hosts have fans and the show chose to split the hosting duties between Mayim and Ken to appease everyone. However, the two are working on a new deal to share the duties from here out. Mayim was originally named Jeopardy! Host for the primetime show and the spinoff. Ken was a guest host following the departure of Mike Richards. Now, both Ken and Mayim will remain on the show and split the duties. There are still fans who hate Mayim for one reason or another, but she also has plenty of people who love her. This should appease most fans of the show. Does it surprise you that Mayim and Ken haven't spent a lot of time together? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Few television shows command as much reverence as Jeopardy! A game show that has been a nightly ritual for millions of households for over 4 decades. With its distinctive answer and question format, ringing in buzzers, and signature think, music, Jeopardy! Has become a cultural institution. And as any fan of the show knows, following the passing of beloved longtime host Alex Trebek in 2020, Jeopardy! Entered a new era, one where not one, but 2 familiar faces alternated behind the iconic lectern, Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik. But beyond the rapid-fire trivia questions and final Jeopardy! Wagers, fans have wondered something curiously simple. Have Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik, these co-hosts from strikingly different backgrounds, actually met in person? How do their paths intersect behind the scenes? Let's explore not just the answer, but the fascinating worlds that brought them together. 2 titans from different worlds. On paper, Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik couldn't be more different, a fact that makes their Jeopardy! Partnership all the more intriguing. Ken Jennings first entered the public imagination in 2004 when he embarked on an unprecedented 74-game winning streak on Jeopardy! Earning over $2.5 million and shattering records along the way. A software engineer from Salt Lake City, Jennings quickly became the embodiment of Jeopardy! Excellence, razor-sharp intellect, encyclopedic recall, and unflappable poise. His charm and self-deprecating humor made him not just a champion, but a fan favorite. Mayim Bialik, by contrast, made her name not on a quiz show stage, but on television sets around the world. As a child star in the early 1990s, she headlined the sitcom Blossom before stepping away from acting to pursue a PhD in neuroscience. Later, she would return to TV with a breakout role as Dr. Amy Farrah Fowler on The Big Bang Theory, blending her scientific bona fides with sharp comedic timing. Her unique crossover appeal, actor and scientist, made her an ideal choice when Jeopardy! Producers were seeking hosts who could personify both intellect and relatability. Parallel paths toward the podium. Following Alex Trebek's passing, Jeopardy! embarked on a long and sometimes contentious search for its next permanent host. A rotating cast of guest hosts, from journalists and athletes to actors and former champions, filled the void in the interim. Ken Jennings was among the first to step into the guest host role in January 2021, a fitting tribute given his legendary status in Jeopardy! History. By May of that year, Mayim Bialik was announced as a guest host as well, and later named host of Jeopardy! Primetime specials and tournaments. By July 2022, Sony Pictures Television made it official. Both Jennings and Bialik would share Jeopardy! Hosting duties for the syndicated version of the show, alternating across episodes and special events. So, have they met? Yes, Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik have absolutely met. In fact, their collaboration on Jeopardy! Has been marked by mutual respect, regular communication, and a friendly dynamic that has reassured fans wary of change in the post-Trebek era. While the hosts rarely appear on screen together, since they alternate taping duties and don't co-host episodes, they have crossed paths during production, press appearances, and promotional events. They've been photographed together at media days and Sony studio gatherings, and both have spoken warmly of each other in interviews. In a 2022 interview with Variety, Jennings shared, "Mayim and I have different styles, but we're both enormous fans of the show. It's been great to compare notes and learn from each other as we step into this role together." Bialik, meanwhile, told Entertainment Weekly, "Ken is obviously a legend. Being able to work alongside him and have a sounding board has made this experience so much richer." In other words, not only have they met, they've fostered a professional camaraderie that has helped steady Jeopardy! During a period of transition. The dance of alternating hosts. Behind the scenes, Jennings and Bialik don't overlap frequently during taping, as Jeopardy! Typically blocks out taping weeks for one host at a time. This means that although their tenures are intertwined, their in-person interactions are more episodic, studio meetups, production meetings, or crossover promotional shoots rather than daily collaboration. That said, both hosts have expressed that they often communicate about their experiences, whether through email, text, or brief catch-ups during shared production windows. They trade notes on contestant quirks, tricky rulings, and hosting nuances, evidence of a mutual commitment to honoring Jeopardy! The storied legacy. A study in contrasts and complements. What's particularly fascinating about Jennings and Bialik's dynamic is how their differences have enriched their shared stewardship of Jeopardy! Jennings brings the insider's perspective. As a former champion, he has a profound understanding of the contestant experience and the rhythm of gameplay. His quick wit and deep trivia knowledge make him especially adept at fast-moving games and high-level strategy. Bialik, conversely, brings an affable warmth and academic gravitas. Her background in science communication and performance allows her to engage audiences with clarity and empathy, particularly during special tournaments like Jeopardy! National College Championship, or Celebrity Editions. This complementary pairing has allowed Jeopardy! To appeal to a broad swath of viewers, those who crave the hyper-competitive edge of Jennings-led games, and those who appreciate Bialik's conversational and inclusive tone. Looking ahead, as of 2025, Ken Jennings continues as the sole host of the syndicated version of